right, so we have a jam-packed program, so let's get started with our welcome address. And Director Arango, who needs no introduction, really, because I think we all know him, Director Arango. Give him a round.
Before we start, I would like to pledge allegiance to the flag, please. Stand up. Okay, everybody. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic of which stand one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Gracias. It's a pleasure to be here. Es un placer estar aquí con todos ustedes. La comunidad hispana, como todos sabemos, the Hispanic community, like everybody knows, we have a lot of history, not only in Jersey City, but in the United States. The first official city that we had in the United States was San Agustin. And we have a lot of Spanish names, even though in a lot of history books, they don't want to say it, but tenemos muchos libros de historia que tienen nombres hispanos, como California, Los Ángeles, San Francisco, San Diego, Arizona, Montaña, que es Montana, Texas, que son las tejas que le ponen a la azotea. So we have a lot of history in the United States. And, you know, we have seen a lot of criticism about people coming to look for a better future. But the Hispanic community, no matter what country you come from, no matter what country you come in Latin America, we come here because we want to have a future for our families. We come here because we want to have an opportunity for our children. We're looking for better education. We're looking for maintaining our families comfortable and happy. And we come in because we want the freedom to believe whatever we want to believe. We are the community of inclusion. And thanks to people like Mayor Fulop, and thanks to people like a lot of people that we have in government, we can see that the state of New Jersey is very lucky because it's very inclusive. And the Hispanic community has a voice. And the perfect example is we have here our first deputy mayor, Latina, Alma Santana, that was deputy mayor in 1995. So tenemos que estar orgullosos, no importa de dónde vengamos, no importa quiénes somos, no importa lo que creemos, pero la comunidad hispana es una comunidad que progresa, una comunidad decente, una comunidad trabajadora y una comunidad que está orgullosa de nuestros valores. So, la bienvenida mía es, mantengámonos unidos, mantengámonos fuertes, mantengamos nuestras tradiciones y demos gracias a este país porque no hay país más grande que los Estados Unidos. Muchas gracias y viva la hispanidad. Thank you and be proud of our heritage.
Susan Justiano from Rescue Poetics, who will be enriching us with one of her wonderful poems.
Hola, mi gente. Es un honor y placer estar aquí con ustedes. I am Susan Justiniano, the Poet Laureate of Jersey City, the current Poet Laureate of Jersey City. And it's an honor and thrill. I get goosebumps just thinking about it. Being here with everyone, celebrating our heritage. I have a couple of poems. Movimiento, el idioma del cuerpo, suavemente. Música, su propio lenguaje, el idioma del cuerpo. Movement is the language of the body. Notes and steps in motion, swaying back and forth, singing through rhythms, natural expression, connected through hips and shoulders, deep, measured presence, and possession without words. Movimiento, language. Bodies in motion, melodies crooning along nerve endings, fire skipping on skin, salsa, merengue, bachata, bomba y plena, Latin jazz, reggaeton, swaying back and forth at home, ritmo, cada palabra, una nota completamente entregado en los pies, en las manos. Singing through rhythms, fire skipping along skin, el idioma del cuerpo, movimiento. Gracias. Now, I don't know about you, but in my family, a lot was surrounded around the dinner table. Siempre comida, comida para fiesta, comida para esto, comida para los otros. And you tend to associate flavors and tastes with different things. So this one, if it makes you a little hungry, we'll be ready for lunch later, okay? Taste is the memory of the body, an instant recognition of a long ago happening, experiences that shape perspective, heartstrings tugged by nostalgia, a scent, a flavor, a texture swirling long forgotten things our bodies remember. They recognize seasons through tastes of food, connecting instantly, awakening sensations. Arroz con dulce. I don't know how to make it, but the moment that it hits my tongue, I remember the boxes of raisins, the sticks of canela, the tall pots being stirred and stirred and stirred. Pernil, marinated in oil, vinegar, garlic and herbs. The palate never forgets. Texture of buttery goodness falling apart in my mouth. Coquito. Spiked rum so that my sense of smell still today captures the memories of the bottles that line the counter, fluid and liquid soldiers, reinforcements for long nights of laughter. Each season tastes different, unique in muscle memory, triggering goosebumps, smiles, and people. The anticipation is palpable each time. When the winds change, carrying the tail end of now away, sweeping in the next inhaling of bodily feasts, I can almost taste Nochebuena. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Susan. That was wonderful. She's so talented. I would encourage everyone here to attend one of her poetry events if you can do so in the future, because they're really amazing. So let's move on to our employee recognition and presentation. We're going to have a representative, Ruben Alesea, from the Councilman Rivera's office to assist with the presentations for the honor of the employees that we have here today. And then it'll be followed by our director, Sonia Dublin.
We're going to switch it up, and I'm going to do the recognition of our employees at this time. And I'd like to say first that es un orgullo para mí pararme aquí para poder presentarle esto a los empleados de este edificio. Yo me llamo Sonia Marte Dublin, soy una afro-latina extremadamente orgullosa de raíces boricua y dominicana, y es un orgullo para mí poder presentarle a estos certificados. Primero vamos a empezar con Alberto Ortiz. Estos empleados trabajan muy fuerte para mantener este edificio bien limpiecito, fuera de cualquier cosa que pasen afuera o adentro del edificio. They work very hard in maintaining this building free of litter. They do a wonderful job maintaining this historical, beautiful building, and we want to tell them how proud we are of their work and that we appreciate everything that they do. Irene Delgado. Victoria Hernández. Mariano Antigua. Natividad Sufrán. Nicholas Sotolano. Música para Nick. Muchas gracias. En este momento le voy a pedir que Rubén Alicea, que representa el consulado at large, Danny Rivera, que presente los últimos invitados.
Good afternoon, everyone. Buenas tardes a todos, damas y caballeros. Estoy representando al concejal Daniel Rivera para darle un reconocimiento a los que honor merecen en esta tarde. These citations are for recognizing the achievements and contributions to the Hispanic communities. El señor Lemier Pérez. Miss Laura Takuri. Major Edwin Cruz, United States Air Force. And last but not least, El Patrón Café and Restaurant. Every time we knock on their door, they always say, presente. Sí, vamos a para acá. Muchísimas gracias.
Okay, thank you so much for that presentation. We truly cannot make City Hall function without you, so we appreciate all of you. I would like to give, we are honored to be in the presence of Major Edwin Cruz, and I'd like to give him an opportunity to come up here and say a few words.
Good afternoon. My name is Major Edwin Jr. Cruz, and today I stand before you, a product of Jersey City. Today I stand before you a graduate of Chris McAuliffe PS28 School, an alumni of William L. Dickinson High School, an alumni of Montclair State University. Today I stand before you a active duty field grade officer in the United States Air Force, an assistant professor of aerospace studies at New Jersey Institute of Technology. But more importantly, today I stand before you a proud Hispanic man of Puerto Rican descent, one that knows through hard work and perseverance, you can make it through any challenge, and one that appreciates the fact that it takes a village to raise an individual. And for me, that village was Jersey City. So to you cops out there, firefighters, community leaders like Elvie Guzman, crossing guards, teachers, thank you. Thank you for being a role model, and thank you for being a mentor. Because whether you know it or not, whether it's directly or indirectly, you're changing the world. Because the world is benefiting off of products that are coming out of Jersey City. So I ask that you continue to do that. Continue to be role models. Continue to inspire. And more importantly, just continue to be good people. Because the people that you touch have limitless potential. So thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. And I promise to pay it forward. Thank you. That's all I have.
I know I am between you and the food, me and la comida, right? So I do plan to be brief, but I did want to acknowledge our councilwoman that is here, Mira Prince Array, if you wanted to come up and say any few words in acknowledgement of a Hispanic Heritage Month.
Thank you, Director. I was not planning to say anything, but I will be very brief. Again, to everyone here that organized this event today, for all of the city's staff, for the musicians, the poets, for everybody that is here in this room right now, we're so glad you're here with us. We are so glad to be celebrating and raising the Hispanic and Latino flag here in the middle of the History Month, and I think it's really valuable to recognize everyone in this room, no matter where you come from, you create the rich tapestry that is Jersey City, for no matter whether your family goes back 5 generations or 5 months. So again, thank you all. Thank you for your contributions. So excited that our staff here was honored today. Thank you guys. You are some of the unsung heroes of Jersey City, but we see all the work that you guys do. So thank you.
So for those that don't know me, my name is Carmen Gandola. I am the Director of Finance in the city of Jersey City. I am the first Puerto Rican finance director the city has ever had. And so, and I hope not to be the last. I hope I'm not the last person of color. I hope I'm not the last woman. And you know, I'm glad that we're here today. I also want to take a moment to recognize the committee members, the people that have really put this all together. Fue una comunidad that came together. So for all the committee members that were a part of the discussion and planning design, if you're in the audience, please stand up. Alma, where's Jose? Jay, Salo, Stephanie, all those that helped put this together. I want to thank you. You know, and without a doubt, you know, cultural affairs and diversity and inclusion, those offices are already critical to the success of the city that speaks over 75 registered languages, the city that is the home to the Statue of Liberty. I wouldn't be a finance director if I didn't leave you with some key facts and things to remember during Hispanic Heritage Month. So I'll run up some facts and then we can eat some empanadas, alcapurrias, whatever we got out there, and some Dominican cake with all the flags that I believe are out there. So the U.S. Hispanic population reached more than 62 million in 2020, up from 50.5 million since 2010. The U.S. population grew by 2.27 million from 2010 to 2020, and Hispanics accounted for 51% of that growth. More than 20 million Latinos identified with more than one race in the 2020 census, and that's up from 3 million from 2010. Newborns have driven the U.S. Hispanic population in growth in recent decades, while immigration has slowed. For Latinos, English proficiency has increased and Spanish use at home has decreased, especially among U.S.-born. People of Mexican origin accounted for nearly 37 million of the nation's overall Hispanic population as of 2019. 4 in 5 Latinos are U.S. citizens. In regards to the 2020 GDP report and growth, Latinos make up a huge significant part of growth in the economy, in our local economy. And I won't bore you with facts, but you're talking about $2.8 trillion of GDP growth and our involvement and our participation in the U.S. Local economy. And so, you know, there are a lot of challenges and a lot of growth and a lot of things to be recognized with Hispanic and Hispanic Heritage Month, and we take the time to acknowledge these programs. The remainder of the month will close out on October 15th. I would be remiss in not acknowledging a couple other events that we do have listed for the remaining of the month. So September 27th, which is today, we're doing the flag raising. I think it's the first Hispanic flag raising, which is, I think, great to celebrate. September 29th, we are doing a mental health awareness fair, and I believe for those that are city employees should have gotten the email today or yesterday about that panel. Mental health is important, and it's critical that we talk about it in our communities, and so thank you to Sonia Dublin, who in the committee brought that up to have a discussion on that. That is critical to be shedding light on that conversation. On October 6th, we're having a panel on being orgulloso. I can't say the word. It's orgulloso, right? There you go. Being proud of being Hispanic and Latino, but at the same time, having a discussion about pride and pride in the workplace. And so we're looking forward to that panel that's coming up in a few weeks. And then we're going to close out the month with our fabulous Director of Purchasing, Raquel Tosado, who's going to teach us some Zumba over at our other City Hall Annex building to, you know, end out the month of City. So thank you once again. I hope you enjoy, and que vive la cultura, pa'lante siempre. Thank you.
Carmen, don't go anywhere. Please stay here with us. So we're going to ask our Councilwoman Mira Prinzeri to come up along with Jonathan Gomez to present the proclamation.
Okay. So here's a proclamation recognizing the month of September as Hispanic Heritage Month. Whereas the City of Jersey City is proud to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month on Thursday, September 15th, 2022. Today, we are honored to recognize and applaud the extraordinary accomplishments of Hispanic Americans. And whereas throughout our history, Hispanic Americans have enriched the American way of life, and we recognize the many Hispanic Americans whose love of family, hard work, and community have helped unite us as a people. As entrepreneurs and public servants, scholars, and artists, Hispanic Americans have provided wisdom, energy, leadership to our communities. And whereas as the youngest and fastest growing segment of our population, Hispanic Americans are an increasingly vital part of our nation's future. They have served our country with distinction and made essential contributions in the armed forces. And whereas during this month, America celebrates the culture and traditions of the United States residents who trace their roots to Spain, Mexico, and the Spanish-speaking nations of Central America, South America, and the Caribbean. And whereas the City of Jersey City is proud to celebrate the annual Hispanic Heritage Month and commemorate the essential contributions, sacrifices, and accomplishments the Hispanic Americans have made to the City of Jersey City.